to the graduates around you and provided much needed skills to the bank sector. To the team at Guarantee Trust, you have done a phenomenal job. Having received many of your graduates in the bank, I can categorically tell you that you have produced candidates that exceeded our expectations. To the employers who have openly encompassed these learners into their workplaces, you now have engaged these wonderful graduates into the economically active population of this country. Now to the graduates. I have so many things I want to say to you. I was not sure where to start. So I decided I will tell you a little bit about myself and hopefully share with you lessons that you will not find in any textbook, but that will help you navigate this thing called life. I grew up in a small town in the north coast of KwaZulu-Natal called Stanger. To those of you who don't know, it's called KwaDukuza these days. Never in my wildest imagination did I think that I would be living in Johannesburg, working for the largest bank in the country, and looking after the career aspirations of thousands of youth. What got me here? A few things. The first, a drive to constantly want to prove myself, that I can do better, that I can live up to the potential within me. So I guess what I'm asking you is to ask yourself, are you living to your full potential? Do you want to better yourself? And more importantly, do you know what you want to do for yourself? I knew I wanted to make a difference to this country that I live in and love. Secondly, you need courage. It takes courage to leave behind everything you are used to and venture into a new unknown world. It takes courage to ward off those with negative sentiment and those who can only see your demise and not your success. When I left Stanger, a few individuals found the need to tell me how dangerous Johannesburg was, how difficult it was to live here, and that I would last a maximum of 3 months before I returned with my tail between my legs. I have been in Johannesburg for 18 years and I'm still counting. Thirdly is passion. I love what I do. Speak to anyone who knows me and they will tell you how I can talk for hours about you, skills and employment opportunities. This passion drives me to keep wanting to do things better, bigger and better. What I can tell you, perched on my little throne, is that this is not an easy journey. You will fail, often. But you will have to pick yourself up, brush off the dust, and move forward. A senior director at our bank always says, when something goes wrong, look in the mirror. But when things are looking up, look through the window and see all those that have supported you thus far. That is lesson number 4. You are who you are because of others. Some people would have been with you from the beginning, others for a brief while. Not all your interactions would have been pleasant, but each one of them would have added yet another layer to you. So always look at what the interaction means, as opposed to the inconvenience or the hurt you caused. Lesson number 5 is about understanding your environment. I'm often surprised how little people know about the environments they operate in. Just yesterday, I received a call from a young girl in the IT department inquiring about an IT learnership. I told her that I was waiting for the CIO's endorsement before proceeding with the learnership, and she asked me, who is the CIO? Really? She works in the IT department and she doesn't know who the CIO is? So I ask you, do you know who the head of your area is? Okay. How do I keep in touch with my environment? I receive all newspaper articles related to banking in my inbox every day. I visit the Bank CETA website every week and I'm linked to them on Facebook, so I know what's happening. I read all the bank's email communications and visit the internet every day. I subscribe to several national and international training sites and visit these regularly. I volunteer for key projects within training and the broader HR department at Standard Bank, so I always know what's happening within my space. Seeing that I mentioned Facebook, my daughter decided the other day to tell me that she has over 200 friends on Facebook, as opposed to my paltry 100-odd friends. I'm sure many of you today are probably snickering at this, and most friends of 500 or more on Facebook. I have one thing to say to you. It is not the quantity of your network that counts, but the quality. At a recent networking event, I watched in total awe as some young graduates moved from one guest to another dishing out business cards, somewhat like speed dating. Ask yourself, what networking was accomplished? Dishing out business cards does not constitute networking. Networks are built over time. People in your network must be able to endorse your skills, recommend you for jobs or assignments, not throw away your business.